y'all, let's put a ham in the oven and get it ready for Thanksgiving. This would be great for Christmas. It'd be great for your average Tuesday in May. This is just a little ham that I picked up, and it's about 2 pounds, and it was $9.98. And whenever I was looking in the store, they had one that was spiral sliced, and it was about the same size, and it was $17. It did not take me long to decide which one I wanted. This is already sliced for sandwiches, and it doesn't have a bone in it. So yay, and my hands are clean. So I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do. Can I find a smaller bowl, y'all? Look at that little bitty dish. Whatever size ham you have, pick out a dish that is appropriate size. So one thing I'm gonna do, I've got just some plain water, and I'm just gonna pour some of this on the bottom, because I'm gonna seal this up really good and tight with some tin foil, and that will help this to kind of steam. And I am gonna just kind of open it up a little bit, like that. So some of that heat can get down in here. And like I've said before, if I could wave a magic wand, which I don't believe in, and put anything in your house, I would give you a meat thermometer and a scale. Now I'm gonna put this in the oven at well no, not 225. At 325 is what I have my oven set on, 325. And we're just gonna tightly cover this up. And I'm gonna check on it. You know, you need to heat them up for about 20 to 30 minutes per pound. And this is 2 pounds. So I'm gonna split the difference, and at 45 minutes, I'm gonna take its temperature and see what it is. And if it's really close to 145, because that's where pork is safe to eat at, I'm gonna take it out, and then we're gonna put together this really good, wonderful basting sauce that we're gonna put on top of it that's gonna make it scrump delicious. So I'll see you back here in a minute. I'm gonna slip this in the oven. I'm gonna get my sauce and get it rocking and rolling. I'll see you back in just a minute. Now we're gonna put together this glaze while the ham is in the oven. And this is in my second cookbook. And I actually have 4 glazes in here for a ham. I have a cranberry baked glazed ham, a currant jelly baked glazed ham, which is what we're gonna make, mustard baked ham glaze, and an orange honey baked ham glaze. I almost made the honey orange, but I thought, you know, at Thanksgiving, you know, a lot of times you have a sweet potato casserole and you have a lot of things that are sweet. So I thought I'm gonna go more savory on the glaze. Now what I have is 1 cup of just some regular red currant jelly. I put in the microwave just to encourage it to loosen up some, because it was too uptight. And I'm gonna add about a half a teaspoon of some dry mustard, not prepared yellow mustard out of the refrigerator, but just a half a teaspoon. There we go. And I've already measured out 2 tablespoons of horseradish sauce. And this is not the creamy horseradish sauce. This is the prepared horseradish sauce. There's a difference between the two. I have 2 tablespoons, but I'm not going to put all 2 in here right now until after I get a taste of it. Because, you know, sometimes, y'all, horseradish sauce will knock the top of your head off. But it's great if you got sinuses, you know, like this time of year, a lot of people are having the allergies. So we're just gonna get this all mixed up. And this will make a great little dipping sauce over to the side too. If I were doing one of those great big feed the whole tribe hams, I would still make up this amount. And if you're making sliders with leftovers with your turkey or your ham or whatever, this will make a great little condiment. Or if you were just doing sandwiches. And I can smell the horseradish already. So I hope. Hang on a minute, let me see. What did I do with my popsicle stick? You stay right there, I'll get my popsicle stick. These things are my very favorite thing to take a taste with, because I don't have to get another spoon dirty. So let's just see. All right. Let's see if this makes me sweat underneath my eyes. Okay, today, you know, you wake up every morning and your taste buds are different. But today, I feel like going to add just a little bit more of the horseradish. So I've used about a tablespoon and a half. And so just because a recipe has a measurement, and what we always say, says the lady that has 2 cookbooks out, a recipe is not a legal binding document, y'all. You can change it and make it your own because you know your taste buds and you know your family's taste buds. Okay, there we go. Now I'm gonna set this aside, clean up my mess, and I'm gonna go take the temperature of that ham and we'll see what it is. So I'll see you back when we're ready to glaze this and put it back in there and make it do its magic. See you back in a minute. This was in the oven about an hour and 30 minutes, and it's 140 degrees in the center. So I'm taking it out. I've cut the heat up to 425. I just heard the oven beep, and I'm just going to use this same whisk and just ladle this in here like this. It's not exactly ladling, is it? But y'all know what I'm talking about. Okay, so I'm going to take just a pastry brush, and I'm going to use this to kind of get it down into those little cracks and crevices. And I did pour most all of the water out. So I'm going to put this back in the oven uncovered, and I'm going to check it in 15 minutes. And I'm going to put some on this little side right here, show it's a nubbing. I'm going to check in about 15 minutes and see what I think about the caramelization, because it's done right now and it's ready to eat, but we just want to make it a little bit more special. So I'm going to put this in the oven, and I'll see you whenever it comes out. Okay, y'all, we're going to have a little behind the scenes now. I'm going to take my picture that I always try to take a really good picture, the best picture I can take for my website. And if you want the printable recipes, you can go to my website and you can just push the little print button right there. Get those printed out. And I just went outside and got a few chives, and I've got a little sprig of rosemary just for some greenery because I thought it needed it, and some apple rings just for pretty. And these chives, I'm just gonna chop these up and put them on top of this. And this is mostly for the photograph. Okay, let's just put a few more around for no good reason other than we don't want them to die in vain, do we? Okay, there we go. Okay, now one of the things you want to do is make sure that you don't have anything where it's not supposed to be in a photograph. So I've got some juice from the apple rings. Get those out. Okay, there we go. All right, now, okay, let's see if I can take some pictures of this. A little behind the scenes. Get it from this way. There we go. I tell you what, they have made these cameras on these phones so good. I don't even have to get that big old whopper job thing out of the thing, and it's the big Canon. It's never charged when I need it to be. Okay, so I'll tell you that I uncovered this. I cranked my heat up to 425, and I took the cover off naturally and took the temperature. It was 145 after an hour and a half in the oven, covered tightly at 350. I took it out, took the cover off, and then I basted it twice for 30 minutes. So I put it back in the oven at 425 after I basted and brushed the stuff on top of it, and then I did it again and did it for 15 more minutes. And yours will take a different amount of time. It will depend. I've got to get the one in the middle. I always want to go for the ones in the middle. It'll depend on what temperature your ham was whenever it went into the oven, and it will depend on how big the ham is. I mean, this is just a little 2-pounder. I did not see, excuse me, I did not see any reason to get a great big huge ham. And so that way we've got just the right amount. And he loves ham sandwiches and ham sliders. So my man will be a happy man. Now I will tell you that my 2 cookbooks, number 1 and number 2, are both on my website, kimmysouthern.com. You can go over there, order those. I am the one what ships them and does all of the going to the post office and all the stuff. So you'll get a handwritten label from me, which is no big deal. And I do sign all of them. And if you do want to, if you order them, if you write a check and send it to my post office box, and I'll put that in the description, be sure and in the memo put like number 1 or number 2, and I'll know which, if you want the first one or the second one, and if you want both, just put both, and I'll get that out to you. Let's see what we think. Y'all. That's so good. You can still pick up the flavor of the smoked ham, which it was uncured, but it had some smoke on it. You can still get that, but the tartness of the currant jelly and the horseradish and dry mustard, put that over the top. Y'all, this is delicious. And like I said earlier, this will make great sandwiches and sliders, and then you can use the extra dip for your condiment. So nothing goes to waste. Okay, there we go. I'll see y'all next time. Y'all go do something fun. Check out KimmySouthernCooking.com. If you haven't subscribed and liked my channel, please consider doing that. It would be an early Christmas present to me from you. I'll see y'all next time. Bye, y'all.